A disabled person reviews Disabled Meteor Part 86, Argyle. Somebody told me the main character is autistic coded, so I watched this for that reason. There is no universe where she's autistic coded. But then, huge spoiler alert, I guess, it's actually a memory loss film. So I managed to get a review out of it anyway. But for future notice, someone who likes books is not inherently autistic coded. That's not what that means. But when it comes to memory loss, also my memory loss series is now in the disability series because it was weird having a third series I keep forgetting about. The specific trope of super spy had an accident, so then they got memory loss and then lived a peaceful life afterward, but their spy past comes back to haunt them and then they have to figure out what they forgot on the fly, is the only non-old people with dementia memory loss representation we ever get. And it's been done so much more successfully in the past than it was here, particularly because the film decided to save this as a twist that they didn't set up at all and only made it a twist maybe halfway through the film, which then very much negates the purpose of the first half of the film. Traditionally, this trope is set up so that the person is living their life and then they accidentally discover that they have certain abilities, like, oh, well, why did I dodge that so well? Or they decide to learn a sport, discover they have really good aim. It's usually muscle memory things they do automatically and then go, why did that happen? Because traditionally the kind of memory loss used in these stories is the kind that makes you forget facts and events, but other things remain intact. Memory loss is complicated medically because we know less about brains than we like to think that we do, but this is kind of in line with what we'd maybe see with both physical and mental trauma, like super traumatic event plus TBI, and that wouldn't majorly touch muscle memory. Again, vast generalization plus heavy suspension of disbelief, but generally, this is what this narrative usually goes for, so the fact that she, at the beginning of the film, is pretty bad at physical spy stuff, but knows a huge amount of spy information, but doesn't know why she knows it and thinks she's coming up with it organically, doesn't make a lot of sense. There are moments where they seem to know how memory loss works, and others where they decide to ignore how it works for plot purposes, which, whatever, memory loss is the worst flippantly used disability in media, but they do it in a way where it contradicts itself, so that creates plot holes. So I'm confused. This movie confused me.